Good morning, class. Today we're going to be doing lesson number 13, where we're going to look at finding the best deal part 2. And in here we're going to look at how to do some more mental math when we're trying to find the best deal. Because generally when you're finding the best deal, most of the time you're probably going to be buying smaller things. And you don't want to go shopping with a pen and paper and try to do some some formal math while you're trying to figure out what maybe thing of salsa you want to buy. So it doesn't make sense to just know how to do it using formal math. I want to do the formal math way first, just so you can see kind of why we're doing it the way we're doing it and why it works. And then in this section, we can kind of just find fast ways to do it, maybe a bit simpler. So it will be a pretty short lesson today. We're going to look a little bit of connecting the estimation we did in the past to trying to find the best deal. So let's start by looking at the first example from last class. We had 2 bottles of water. The first bottle of water was 800 milliliters for $1.99, and the second bottle was 1.2 liters for $1.39. Or sorry, $2.39. So we kind of just round these a little bit by saying that we got 800 milliliters for $2 and 1,200 milliliters for $2.40. So now instead of having to divide by 800 and divide by 1,200 to get to like 1 milliliter, we can just say, oh, we're going to get like a common unit of 100 milliliters. So what we can do is we can just divide bottle 1 by 8, and we can just divide bottle 2 by 12. That's going to get us down to 100 milliliters. It's just we have 1,200 milliliters. We have 800 milliliters. So we still just get rid of that, or we get rid of the 8 and the 12 and left with just 100. So what we're going to do to find the price per 100 milliliters is we just divide our $2 by 8, and that's going to be like 1/4. So we got 1/4 of a dollar, so we got 25 cents per 100 milliliters. Now, in this fast way, we don't have to be too formal about it. We're just trying to figure out what's a better deal. So I'm just going to write 25 cents. For bottle 2, I'm just going to divide by 12. So we got 2.4 divided by 12. Now we can think of this as 24 divided by 12. So that's just going to be, we're getting rid of, we're dividing by half of what the 24 is, so 12. So that's just going to leave us with 2 left, because there's 24 times 2 is, 12 times 2 is 24. So 24 divided by 2 is 24 divided by 12 is 2. Sorry about that. So, and then we move the decimal place to the left. So this is going to give us just 20 cents left, or 0.2 of a dollar. So we can see we get the same values with rounding as we did from the formal math, but it's just a bit simpler to do it this way. And this is something that you could potentially do in your head, or easier in the grocery store, or wherever you're buying your product. So we can just break it down simply by dividing by 8 or dividing by 12 just to get to 100 milliliters. And as well, you can round that number up a little bit. So only rounded by 1 cent, but the other examples, we can round some more. So let's look at example 2 from last class. So here we had 1 pack of ramen noodles where we had 12 containers of ramen noodles for $11.49, and we had 24 things of ramen noodles for $20.39. So $20.39. So here we notice that we got 12 and 24 again. If we double pack 1, so let's say we buy 2 of pack 1, we get the same amount of ramen noodles as if we bought pack 2. So here, instead of doing anything with pack 2, all we have to really do is multiply pack 1 by 2. So we're going to get 2 of them. So how much would 2 of these packs cost? So you could either just add the price together, or you can just multiply by 2. Both work. We just need to buy 2 packs of pack 1 to get the same amount of ramen as pack 2. So again, we're just going to round up by 1 cent. I always find they do like some sort of cent, not like 99 or 89 or 79 cents. Just round up by 1. It's just easier, or you can round it to the nearest dollar. Here, so we can just say, oh, it's going to be $11.50. So $11.50 or $11.5. So we're going to multiply it by 2. This is going to give us We can times the 11 by 2. It's going to give us 22. We just double it. And then the half times by 2, we just get 1. So we add 1 to 22, and we get $23. So we know that if we bought pack 1 twice, we get the same amount as pack 2, but it costs us like $2.50 more than pack 2, and we get the same amount. So we can see that pack 2 would be the better deal. Now, this is assuming that we want 24 packs of ramen. If we're only going to eat 12 packs and we're not even going to touch the other 12 and they're just going to go to waste, then there's no point spending the extra money. But ramen noodles don't go bad. So generally, if I'm shopping anyways, I will buy more for cheaper, so I save money over a longer period of time. Even though I spend more that day, I just don't have to go back and buy ramen like 2 days later if I'm eating a bunch of ramen. So sometimes, depends on what you buy, it's good to take into account how much you're getting. So if you go to the grocery store, you can get like, I think it's like 10 kilos of onions, like a massive bag of onions, something like $30, and it's way cheaper than just buying individual onions. But I'm never going to go through that many onions, so I would never buy such a big pack, even though it's a really good deal. So I got one more example for you. That's maybe a bit more aggressive estimation. So this is one of the problems I'm going to have you do, which is problem 1E on page 161 in your workbook. I just wanted to kind of show you how I would do it, and then you can do it a different way. So we got two different prices. So we can go in bulk. We can get for 3 liters and 38, or for 3 liters, 3.78 liters. There you go. For $39.95, or yet 237 milliliters for $6.49. And we want to figure out which one's the better buy. Assuming we need, let's say like 4 liters, we would go through it. We wouldn't waste it. So we can have a bit more of an aggressive estimation. So I'm going to say this is about 4 liters for $40. And that's about 1 liter for $10. So per liter, it's costing me about $10. Now, for the other one, I can just round this to be in a cup. So 250 milliliters, and that's going to be $6.50. Now, in 1 cup, or in 1 liter, there's 4 cups. So if I multiply this by 4, I'm going to get the price for 1 liter. So I'm going to multiply the amount I get and the price by 4, just to see I get 1 liter, and then I can compare my two prices. So I see for 1 liter, option 2 cost me about $25, compared to option 1 cost me about $10. So we can see that buying in bulk here, buying option 1, where you get almost 4 liters, is a much better deal than option 2. And generally, if you buy more, it's going to be cheaper, generally. So now the values that I calculated here are not perfectly correct. It's actually going to be a bit more than $10 per liter because I rounded up. And for option 2, it might be a bit more than $25 per liter as well. But because the difference is so big, I can be confident that option 1 is my better deal. If they're very close, I might have to do actual calculations. But in this case, because the difference is so much, I'm pretty confident that option 1 is the better deal. So when you go through the question for this problem set, what I want you to try to do is do some estimation. You don't even have to do the math, but try to think through the problem and estimate in your head, or even do the math is good as well, and make a guess of what the answer of the question is going to be. And then go through and solve it formally. So you're practicing both skills here. You only have a couple questions to do this with, and one question is just you thinking through why should you buy in bulk, why shouldn't you buy in bulk. So try to do both ways. So do it estimation and do it formal, and compare your answers to see how well you're doing at estimating. So when I mark it, I'll be looking for both of those solutions. So you can just put your guess down. You don't have to show me what you did. You can just put your guess down and then compare it to how you did. But do try to do this, because being good at estimating is very helpful when you're shopping or when you're trying to buy something, figure out if you are getting a good deal or not. So I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time.